Why? Why do we buy these rusty old bikes? Why do we spend hours upon hours tirelessly dismantling and reassembling them? For me, it's the new directions it can take you, learning a new skill, making parts that you would never thought you could make, in ways you didn't even know you could make them. Sure, we all love riding our bikes and thinking about the wonderful places you will take them. It's about the journey and everything you pick up along the way. I'm Jish, and welcome to the video. This is my 1981 Yamaha XJ650, so my mission is to build a modern classic, incorporating new build techniques but still holds a retro look. As you can see, this bike is very rusty and it's going to need a lot of work. But first, let's get it running. So after some fresh filters and fluids, the bike is running sweet. So let's tear into this thing and see what's underneath. With these custom bikes comes a lot of custom parts, and we don't hold out on those custom parts. From CNC bump stops to 3D printed metal exhaust tips, this bike will have it all. So that's the front end sorted. Let's sort out a chunky rear wheel to match the girthy front one, because oh boy, she's thick. Now it's time for every cafe racer builder's favourite part, chopping off the rear end and welding on a new hoop. Oh boy, this looks good. A lot of these processes I have never even tackled before. You've got to start somewhere and have a go. If you fail, don't be afraid to have another go until you get it right. These processes, they are tedious, they are hard work, but my God, once you get them right, they feel so damn good. So, it's time to make something different and crazy. You may have seen this process used in other builds, but I took inspiration from Auto Fabrica. They are the absolute dons of acrylic tail light manufacturing, and I tip my beanies to you, sirs. But this is my version, and I'm going to make it in the way I feel it needs to be made. And there is no right or wrong with these creations. I won't lie, it came out far better than I expected. Just look. So with this wild tail light, we need to do something with the front end. And for me, I wanted to do something different. You don't see many twin brick headlight builds out there. But yeah, love it or hate it, just appreciate the work that's going into making this look. So with the frame welded up and all the unused brackets taken off, it's time to get it powder coated. This has to be one of the most exciting parts of the build, when you get to see your base colour and you get to build it back from the ground up. Oh boy. So that's the frame sorted, let's get the engine just as clean. But before we go any further, I would like to say thank you to today's sponsor, Skillshare. If it wasn't for them guys, these builds would not be happening. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring courses for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. I personally have been taking courses to learn 3D printing and 3D modelling. It is super easy to jump straight in, and with most classes being less than 10 minutes per session, they are nice and easy bite-sized chunks to learn. And they're always launching new premium classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a free trial of premium membership so you can explore your creativity. So I'd like to say thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the build. How good does that engine look in that frame though? Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of this build. At this point in the build, it's all about the details. All the little parts, nuts and bolts that you put on, it makes the world of difference. This build has taken me over 2.5 years, and yes, that is a long stretch of time by any means, but when you are chasing perfection and trying to make every little detail count, time does not matter. And of course, I couldn't have done this build by myself. I want to say a thank you to everyone who has helped out with this build. To all the people who've been involved, this bike would not look half as decent without you guys, so thank you. I'll leave links down below to everyone who's helped out. Go and check them out, they're doing some really cool things. It is good to see the bike looking like a bike again. Months and months of rushed work, preparation, building it back up, it all comes together. Now it's time to look at the electrics. I opted for the M unit, or I like to call it the unit, just because it's so damn good. These things are so easy to wire, and with me not being a massive fan of wiring, this was so nice to install. Having the bike in so many pieces for so long, it is so good to finally hear the bike run again. Of course it does need a tune, it does need some attention, but my god, I cannot wait to ride this thing. Don't you just love it when an idea comes to life? It is down to you to make it happen. Whatever the method of making, if you can think it, you can make it. And I'm sure with you guys there are many ideas out there. So that is the seat base done. We'll send that off to the upholsterers, and while that's there, we can look at the bodywork. paint is mixed up and ready to go. Let's get some paint down and have that bike finally put back together. Over 2.5 years, countless hours and many trial and error moments, but the bike, it's finally done. With every bike build that you see, there is a story, and this one, it's just beginning. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider joining us on Patreon for early access and exclusive content. Thank you all for watching, make sure you subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video in the new workshop.